Hi, I'm Anton. I'm a clinical psychologist in Hampshire CAMHS. Let's face it, being a parent is not always easy, and we can be self-critical and harsh on ourselves when we make mistakes or get things wrong. We might be finding ourselves thinking about our parenting in terms of shoulds or musts. We should have reacted in this way, or we must try and behave differently next time. We might tell ourselves that we are not doing enough, or blame ourselves when things go wrong. Many parents we work with tell us that if we have a child who is experiencing mental health difficulties, this self-critical internal voice can feel even louder. Although a bit of self-criticism at times might motivate us to be better parents, too much self-criticism can lead to us feeling guilty, miserable, and unmotivated. Instead of criticizing yourself when you fail or make a mistake, why not show yourself compassion instead? Showing ourselves empathy and compassion in difficult times, instead of criticizing ourselves, is so important and can help us to feel more motivated, healthier, and happier. Remember, no one is perfect, nor are they expected to be. So what is self-compassion? It's all about showing the same compassion towards yourself as you would show to friends and family. It is stopping to think about what you would say to them in the same situation. For example, if your friend shared that they told off their child for something trivial, but then felt guilty afterwards as they felt their child might have had a difficult day, how might you validate their feelings and how they reacted? What advice might you give? Offering yourself kindness and compassion when you fail or make mistakes is important, and recognizing that it's a very normal and necessary part of being human. We can't be a perfect parent 100% of the time. Furthermore, as a parent, it can feel hard to prioritize yourself over your child's needs. However, looking after yourself is key to more effective parenting. Showing self-compassion and kindness can often be the first step to looking after yourself in order to look after your child. Recognizing when you're in a difficult situation is the first step. Once we've done this, we're able to think about how you can comfort and care for yourself. This might be as simple as allowing yourself to take a break, doing something you enjoy, or taking a walk. We all need some time to ourselves every now and then, and this does not make us selfish. Being kind to ourselves doesn't always come naturally and can take practice before it becomes a habit. You can start by using mindfulness to observe any negative, judgmental, or critical thoughts that you have about yourself with openness and without judgment, and then talking to yourself with compassion and kindness instead. Challenging our self-critical thoughts and creating more helpful, kind thoughts as you would do for a friend or family member. Here is an example of how this would work in practice. Sam is a mum of 2 young children, and she has recognised that she is often self-critical, which is having an effect on her mood. Self-compassion doesn't come naturally to Sam, so she has decided to write herself a self-compassion letter. She has followed these 5 simple steps. Step 1. Identifying something she often criticises herself about. Step 2. Writing about how this part of herself makes her feel. Step 3. Writing about this part of herself with kindness and compassion instead. Step 4. Thinking about her past experiences, genetics, circumstances and health, and how she can't blame herself for everything. And finally, step 5. Identifying small changes she could make to help her to manage and cope. I feel so busy and unorganised all of the time. I'm always in such a rush in the mornings and I get so impatient with the children. When I get impatient, I shout at them and rush them through the door. If I didn't have to work such long hours, then I wouldn't have to rush them to breakfast club. I just feel so guilty and annoyed with myself when I drop them off. But then it's not easy getting myself and 2 children ready for work and school. The fact that I managed to get them cleaned, dressed, fed, and to school on time is a huge achievement. I remember often being late for school when I was younger, which used to cause me anxiety, so I don't want the same for them. I love them and I'm doing my very best. Everybody gets a little bit impatient sometimes, and that's okay. I don't find it easy to get up in the mornings because I don't always sleep well, and this has a knock-on effect on me the next day. To make things a little easier, I could get their clothes ready the night before, so I'm not rushing around looking for things. And I could set my alarm for 5 minutes earlier to give myself a little more time. Maybe then I would feel a little calmer about myself and less likely to get impatient and shout. If, like Sam, you have been quite self-critical lately, try to make a conscious effort to talk to yourself with kindness and compassion. Writing a letter helped Sam to practice this and changed her self-critical habits. Maybe it could do the same for you. Give it a try and see how it feels. There are exercises found in the manual that can support you to practice these skills, and for further information about self-compassion, you can visit selfcompassion.org. There are also some great apps that can help with self-compassion exercises if you prefer to practice in this way, such as Headspace or the Self-Compassion app. Before we end this video, here is a short self-compassion exercise that you can use to start being more self-compassionate. Why not try it with me? Think of a situation in your life that is difficult, that is causing you stress. Call the situation to mind and see if you can actually feel the stress and feel the emotional discomfort in your body. Notice any negative and critical thoughts that come to mind about yourself. Now say to yourself, this is a moment of suffering. That's mindfulness, being present in the moment in a non-judgmental way. Other options include, this hurts, ouch, this is stressful. Now recognize suffering is a part of life. That's common humanity. Other options include, other people feel this way, I'm not alone. We all struggle in our lives. Now put your hands over your heart, feel the warmth of your hands and the gentle touch of your hands on your chest. Say to yourself, may I be kind to myself. You can also ask yourself, what do I need to hear right now to express kindness to myself? Is there a particular phrase that speaks to you? Such as, may I give myself the compassion that I need? May I learn to accept myself as I am? May I forgive myself? May I be strong? May I be patient? This practice is a quick skill that can be used any time of day or night and will help you remember to evoke the 3 aspects of self-compassion when you need them most. As parents, it is important self-compassion exercises are quick and accessible so they can be realistically practiced in your busy days. And as a parent with a child with mental health difficulties, kindness and compassion are really important.